When Birthing Better families started to develop these skills in the 1970s, fathers were just coming into birth, as mentioned earlier. That meant we, women, had to figure out how best to communicate with our partner. And it's really, really challenging for any of you who have already given birth to get what you want out of your mouth, particularly if you're laboring and the contractions get intense. We can talk to ourselves, and we think sometimes we've said it, but often we haven't said it. So we developed skills around nonverbal and verbal communication, both to ourselves and to the other person. We needed to know we were being understood, and we needed, as a birth coach, to know that we could understand what the woman wanted. The other great skill that we understood had to do with our feelings about births as women, and as men in a lot of ways. Men can be really scared about birth, not because there's an issue or a problem, but because women aren't coping. And when women don't cope, they really don't look like they're coping. And for a father, or for anybody who hasn't been at a birth, that just can feel weird. She's in pain, and pain is associated to a problem, and they want it fixed, particularly if they're in the hospital or have a midwife with them. And the birth providers are saying to you, this is normal. And you're thinking, what's normal about that? You need to understand that you can have really negative thoughts as a birthing woman or as a birth coach, but those negative thoughts are your reactive brain. And when you have skilled, you have two parts of your brain, the reactive part and the responsive part. And the reactive part is your yap, yap, yap. And the responsive part is the skills you have and your ability to manage. Now, all of us, we do this all the time. If you have kids, you know you can have a very reactive brain to what they're doing. And you also have to have good skills to have a good responsive brain and not a negative reactive brain. This is the same with work or the same with driving. What's road rage? It's the reactive brain that hasn't been suppressed or worked with the responsive brain. Birth is no different. It's an infrequent experience for sure. It doesn't happen often in our life, but it's just another activity. And that's why Birthing Better moms and dads developed all these wonderful skills. So in this lesson, you're going to learn all about verbal and nonverbal communication.